Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing good so far. Make sure we're going to go ahead and get started. Make sure you have your notebook and pencil ready to go so you can follow along and solve the problems as we go. So you'll see today that the strategies that we're using are very similar to what we have been doing. So you shouldn't have that much trouble with it, okay? All right, let me get the presentation going. All right, this is our first problem that we're doing. Uh, Mar Martina is baking desserts. She needs 1 3/4 cups of flour for cinnamon rolls. She needs 3.5 cups of flour for a loaf of bread. How many cups of flour does she need? Okay, so you can see that what we're doing is we're actually looking for a total together, how much putting these two amounts together. So we'll be adding. So the first thing you need to do in your notebook is write 1 3/4 plus 3 1/2. I wrote a fourth. Hold on. So go ahead and write that number sentence down in your notebook. Okay. All right. So the next step is going to be we're adding these. So we're combining these totals together. So what we're going to do now is I am going to I'm going to start by drawing out the two whole numbers. I see that I have one whole over here, and then three holes with the 3/4. So 1 2 3 4. So I have three holes, and I still, for some reason, wrote a fourth there. Okay, so I go ahead and I cross out my 1 and my 3. So just like before, when we were adding just the two fractions, remember we would always draw the one with the smallest denominator first. So I'm going to draw 3 1/2. Give you guys 30 seconds to do that. Make sure you have everything drawn out. All right. So I notice that right away, I need to turn my half into fourths. So I'm going to just draw a line through it. Now I have 2/4. Okay. Now I'm just going to cross out this 1/2 so I know that I don't use it anymore. Now I need to combine my 3/4. So I notice that I only have two open spaces available, but I need three. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a new rectangle and cut it into fourths. And then after I cut it into fourths, then I can add my 3/4 in. So 1 2 3. Now to figure out my total, I just count my holes first. I have 1 2 3 4 holes. So I write down 4 right here. Then I see that I have this hole shaded here too. So I'm going to write 4 plus 1. Then I see that I have 1/4 left, leaving me 1/4. Then I go 4 plus 1 equals 5. And then I add the 1/4, giving me 5 1/4. All right. I'll give everyone 30 seconds to catch up. All right. All right, I'm going to clear this. Let's see. Clear. Clear all drawings. All right, now we're going to go to the next one. All right, I'm going to read the problem. This is going to be a little bit more guided practice. So what I'll do is read the problem, write down the number sentence, and then I'll give you a few seconds to do the first step, and then I'll show you on the screen. A meteorologist recorded the rainfall in Norwood for 2 consecutive months. In the first month, there were 1 4/10 inches of rain. In the second month, there were 5.5 inches of rain. What was the total amount of rainfall during the 2 months? So, total amount of rainfall, and I see that I have one set and another set that I need to combine. So I'm adding 1 4/10 plus 2 1/5. I'll see if you guys can. I do have the steps for adding. See if you can apply those and do the first step. And go. All right. So the first step that we did is we should have drawn our one hole and our 2 holes. So I go ahead and draw those real quick. 1, 2 for that number, and then 1. So that gives me 3 holes. All right. So take a few seconds. Which fraction should I draw first? See if you can think of which one you draw first. And give you 5 seconds and go. Hopefully you drew your 1/5 first. So go ahead and draw, if you haven't already, 1/5. I'm going to shade in that 1. All right. Give you a few seconds to catch up. Now, what do we do with our 1/5? What do you do with it? We got to turn that 5th into 10ths. How are we going to do it? Hopefully you remember that you just simply draw a line through it. Okay, now we need to take our 4/10 and shade those in. So 1, 3, 4. All right. See if you can write down the mixed number. That's the answer to the problem. Remember to count the holes, then put in the fraction. All right. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 holes. We have 3. Then we look at our fraction. We see that it have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as our numerator, and then 10 is our denominator. Now, we'll more than likely need to reduce this answer since both 6 and 10 are even numbers. So what I'm going to do at that point is take the 6 and the 10 and divide both numbers by 2. You can divide any even number by 2, okay? So I'm just going to put equals. Go ahead and write my 3. I know that 6 divided by 2 is 3, and then 10 divided by 2 is 5, meaning my final answer is 3 3/5. I'm going to give everyone 30 seconds to make sure they have everything written down before we go to the next problem. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clear the screen. And we're going to go to the next problem. All right, so this is a problem about a girl named Taishima, and we will do this one again together. I will read the problem and write out the number sentence. Then I want you to try and do the first step with the whole numbers, okay? Tashima skated for 3 1/4 hours last month and 2 3/8 this much. How many hours did Tashima skate in all? All right, so we are adding 3 3 1/4 plus 2 3/8. All right, go ahead and I'll give you a few moments and see what you can do with the wholes. All right, so you should have already drawn 5 holes because 3 plus 2 is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So which fraction do I draw first? I'll give you guys 30 seconds to see if you can figure it out. All right. Hopefully you figured out that we draw the one with the smaller denominator, which is 1/4, and 3 seconds to see what you turn it into. Go ahead and turn it into, make it match with the 3/8. Okay, you should have turned your fourth into eighths. I draw a line, cutting it in half, and now I have 2/8. Now I just need to add the 3/8. So I just shade in 3 of those squares there. All right, I'll give you 30 seconds to see if you can determine and make sure you have everything written down so you can determine what the answer is. All right, so you should have counted the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. So you have 5. Then you had 1 2 3 4 5 as your numerator, and then your 8 is your denominator. No need to reduce because you can't divide. 5 is what you call a prime number. If a prime number is your numerator, you will typically have your final answer, but you can't, there's nothing that I can divide 5 by 8 by, so it doesn't work. All right, give everybody a few moments to make sure they have the answer. All right, let's go to the next problem. All right. So now what I want you to do is we have a visual and you need to solve the problem based off the visual. That didn't work. I don't see the mixed number. We're going to move on from that one. All right. So now we're going to look at this one. Now, this is a you do. So this is what's going to happen is the video is going to be paused. You're going to get about 3 to 4 minutes to solve the problem. After you solve the problem, I will show you how you solve it using visuals, and this is where you go through and check your work, okay? All right, so let me read the problem. The chef of a pizza place used 2 5/8 packages of pepperoni and 3 2/4 packages of sausage. How much meat did the chef use in all? All right, the video will be paused now, and you will be able to solve the problem. All right, the video can be unpaused. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to solve the problem. So the first thing you do, you count your holes. Okay, you have 3, you have 2. So you draw 5 holes. Okay, then you identify your number with the smallest denominator. That's 2/4. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2/4. Next step that I need to do is to turn my 2/4 into eighths. So I take my 2/4, I draw a line through it, and I create 4 eighths. Now I'm going to add my 5/8. But wait a minute, I only have 4 squares. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw another rectangle with 8 pieces. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Now I go through and I count my holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. So I have 5. Oh, wait, nope, I messed up. Hold on. I forgot I have 6 holes. Can I undo that? Okay. I have 6 holes, meaning I have 6 and, excuse me, 1/8 as my final answer. Okay. I'll give everyone 30 seconds just to take another look at their work, make sure they have everything there. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and clear the board. See what's next. All right, we're gonna do one more you do together. So let's go ahead and do this one. I'll read the problem. The video will be paused. You get about 3 to 4 minutes to solve. Then play will be pressed, and you will be able to see how to do it. There it is. All right. The chef of Olive Garden used 6 5/12 packages of bow tie pasta and 4 3/4 packages of linguine. How much pasta did the chef use in all? All right, the video will be paused now, and you will be able to solve the problem in your notebook on your own and pause. All right, the video can be unpaused now. You can go ahead and just follow along with me and check your work. So first thing I do, draw my whole numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I got to do an additional 1, 2. Got to move me. There we go. 3, 4. I see that I currently have 10 holes. Then I draw my fraction with the smallest denominator, and that is 3/4. Now I need to turn it into 12ths. Now you might have noticed when I draw that first line, I don't have 12ths, I have 8ths. So if you don't have the denominator you're looking for, draw that line again, then you're now ready to add. Now I went from 3/4 to 9/12. Now I need to add the other 5/12. So 1, 2, 3. Ran out of room. Adding more 12ths. 4, 5. Now I count the number of holes that I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 holes. Now I look at the fraction and I see that I have 2/12. Hopefully you notice that 2 and 12 are both even numbers and both can be divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2, I'm running out of room, so I'm just going to write it over here. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 6. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So your final answer for this problem is 11 and 1/6. Okay? All right, give you guys 30 seconds and make sure you have all this written down. All right, so I'm just going to pull up this last screen real quick. So this will be the next part of the Google slide deck. But just a quick reminder, today you have independent practice on Canvas. You can access it through Google Classroom. Go to that link. There are 10 questions there. Then check unfinished assignments. So you make sure you have everything from topic 7 completed. So at this point, let's see. Should be in topic 6 by now, 7-6 today, I believe. So make sure topic 7 through, or maybe even later than that, topic 7 through, just make sure all topic 7 is done. Then you can work on Dreambox. Okay, there should be making sure I keep you guys fresh with fraction practice assignments. All right, good luck. Take your time, do your best work, and I will see you all when I return.